By 1945, the Red Army was unstoppable. But Soviet revenge carried a hidden cost. It made German soldiers fight to the last bullet. And in those final months of the war, that cost was paid in the blood of 500,000 Soviet troops. German troops knew the truth. Surrender to the Soviets meant starvation, forced labor, or execution. Nearly 1 in 3 German prisoners would never come home. This brutal reputation became its own weapon. It convinced entire armies to resist hopeless battles, fighting on when the war was already lost. In Berlin, April 1945, the Red Army lost over 80,000 killed and almost 300,000 wounded in just 2 weeks. All because German defenders, terrified of Soviet captivity, refused to surrender even as the city burned. Across the east, fortress cities like Breslau and Königsberg consumed tens of thousands more Soviet lives. Prolonged fights with no strategic value, only desperation. In Latvia, over 200,000 German soldiers held out in the Courland Pocket. 6 Soviet offensives failed to break them. The land meant nothing, but still, the Red Army kept storming it, losing men by the thousands because the Germans knew surrender to the Soviets was a death sentence. But around Berlin and the Elbe, it was different. German divisions fought not just to hold ground, but to break west. Thousands abandoned the eastern front lines, hoping to reach the Americans or British. For the Red Army, this meant even more bloody clashes, as Soviet commanders were determined to stop any escape to the west. And here lies the darkest irony. The Soviets would rather accept 500,000 more of their own deaths than ease their treatment of prisoners. To Stalin's regime, revenge on German POWs mattered more than saving Soviet lives. The Soviet Union emerged victorious, but it was a victory drenched in its own blood. In seeking vengeance, they didn't just destroy their enemy, they destroyed their own.